Hi, my name is Brooke Lipman.
And I'm Dr. Deb Lipman.
And this is Wine Together,
a podcast where we drink some wine and have a chat.
So sit back, relax, and get that corkscrew ready.
What are we talking about today?
I don't even know anymore.
We talked about where we said.
Yeah.
I hope you could fix all that mumbling that I just did.
Yeah.
We had talked the other day when we were doing our planning session.
Yeah.
We were at a little outdoor seating in a coffee shop. One of our favorites in Dearden. And we thought, well, this is a great thing to talk about is our little outings that we do here. And the difference between like a bakery and just, a cafe. So, that's what we want to talk about today. What you going to fix me?
Because you don't want your hair to be in front of the microphone.
Okay, sorry. Maybe I'll move the microphone.
Okay, yeah.
So, anyway, we were sitting there enjoying, well, of course I had. I had a Bailey. Did I have a Bailey's latte?
No, the mousse had Bailey's in it.
No, because I said a cafe with Bailey's, and she says, "Ooh, what about the Bailey's latte?" I said,
okay.
Does clink good? She said, "Does clink good?" Clink, she said, "Clink does good." I said, "Yeah." So I had a Bailey's latte. It was really good. Yeah. And then of course you had something that was like, what did you have?
A vanilla frappe. It just tasted like milk. It really was not special.
And the straw was put on mine, which had a little bit of coffee in it, so it was warm. And of course, I tried the straw in mine and realized, that straw's supposed to be for you. That was funny. But it's a lovely little place. They always give you a treat on the plate with your drink. So I love that. But you were telling me there's differences.
Yeah, at least in France, I've heard this, I don't know how 100% true it is, that it cannot be called a bakery unless they bake fresh bread every morning.
Okay. And it's funny because everything is closed here on Sunday, except for the bakeries and the places
certain restaurants.
Some restaurants, yes, and then the stores at the train stations. But a bakery is open on Sunday here. So people need to get their fresh bread for their Sunday lunch, and I think that's really kind of a unique thing. Yeah,
and we did get their fresh bread. That was really good.
The bread was good. We had it with dinner that evening. We had made a little pasta, and it was really good. Yeah, your dad really liked it. So I think that he would not mind if we pick up fresh bread at the bakery every once in a while.
It was not that expensive.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I would assume that like fresh bread would be more expensive, but that really was not. It was less than 4 francs. It was cheaper than eggs.
It was a huge. Yes, it was cheaper than eggs. Just to let you know, I think our eggs are cheaper than.
They're like 4 francs for 15.
Yep, 4 francs for 15.
Like $4.60 or something like that.
Which is
a lot cheaper than $19 for a dozen.
That's wow. We would just not be happy. No, because we like to have our eggs. I cooked you a nice little egg dish this morning for breakfast.
A breakfast quesadilla. I'm sure that's what that is called.
Okay, yeah, I don't know what it was called. And then last week I cooked this like frittata with our eggs.
Oh, we haven't tried. We were supposed to try it again last week.
Well, we've got some potatoes, so I can do it again one day.
Yeah,
maybe
we have
Friday.
Yeah, because we have to try it again. We said that we were.
Yeah, we didn't quite get it exactly. It wasn't quite. Yeah, we didn't use enough eggs.
Yeah, and there was something else.
We're gonna take advantage.
There was something else we were supposed to add to it, or take away, we were gonna take the tomatoes out and add something else.
Yes, do the tomatoes fresh after we take it out of the oven. That's what we were gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, that's good. It was good. I was pleased with it, and and it was kind of simple to make. A few steps, but not difficult steps. So anyway, some of the outings, some of my, some of the favorite things that I do here. I just go to a cafe and get dessert and coffee and watch people, and it's just one of my favorite things to do. We live close to one of the oldest Baroque cities in Switzerland. And the architecture there is absolutely stunning and beautiful, and so we've sat at several different outdoor seating cafes and in that place. So in Zollotern. So so I don't know. Some of your favorite outings. What have we done?
I don't know. I just I like going to Zurich. I think that's fun. Like. Easy because everything in Switzerland is like an easy day trip.
Yes.
So, but yeah, I don't know. I just like.
And I'm not surprised to hear you say Zurich because it's it's younger. It's definitely more diverse than where we live. Just so many things to do, and very modern. They've got some great modern buildings and. And just even, so two great places to visit in Zurich, or two of my favorite places, is the main train station, Hauptbahnhof, and the airport, Flughafen. I know, that's weird. But some great shopping there. Great shopping, good restaurants, phenomenal cafes.
I think airports are, severely underrated just for visiting. Because, in the U.S., you don't just go visit airports, but also you can't do anything fun in the airport without going through,
security.
Everything. Yeah, but I don't know. In other places, you can just go through the... In Amsterdam, I was only in the airport, and I didn't have time to look around, but it was pretty cool. And in Minnesota, they have a Prince store.
Oh, MSP
has a Prince store.
Okay, so I need to spend some time at the Minnesota airport, so I need to fly through and make sure I have a layover. When I
go to Canada.
Because that's the thing.
Go visit Canada and layover in MSP.
Okay, that sounds like a good plan. I really...
Yeah.
Okay, so that sounds like a good plan for me because... I do enjoy... I don't enjoy that the prices are jacked up, obviously.
Well, yeah.
But I do enjoy watching people at the airport. And I have had so much fun just sitting and drinking my wine at a little cafe at the Zurich airport. So I can see why you would say Zurich. But your dad and I visited a great little town this past weekend on our hike. And I want to take you.
Okay.
It's Schaffhausen.
Yeah.
And yes, I want you to see the Rhine Falls, which are not too far from Schaffhausen. But I want you to see the Altstadt in this town because it's huge. The old city's huge.
Yeah.
And then the new part of the city.
You know what I was just thinking about? In the U.S., they call them downtown instead of old town.
Okay.
It's because it's the same kind of the historic
area. In downtown. Okay.
The historic areas of cities in the U.S. are downtown, and the historic areas of German cities and Swiss cities are Altstadt,
which really means old city or old town. Yeah. So in a lot of the Altstadt, you can still see curtain walls kind of surrounding where the town used to be enclosed. It's just so cool. However, the town we were at, Schaffhausen. It actually was bombed during World War II because it's right on the German border. The Allies, unfortunately, are the ones that bombed it. It's right on the German border, and so they didn't know it on the maps that they had, and so this little town was bombed during World War II. However, there's still, the Altstadt is a little further in, I guess. Mm-hmm. And you can still see a lot of the old buildings.
Yeah.
Which I absolutely, that's what I love.
Speaking of World War II, you saw the article I sent you, right? About the World War II bomb being found beneath the Paris train station?
Goodness gracious, we were talking about that last weekend. Okay, so your dad and I went out to Bern last Friday night to see our friend. And that came up in the conversation. And they were making all kinds of jokes about, when we get back on the train, are we sure it was just in Paris? Are we sure it's not somewhere else? Because we had to take a train.
Well, it wasn't on the train. It was underneath the train station, underneath the tracks.
Yes.
And in 2019, just a couple miles down the road, they found another World War II bomb.
Well, they need to do some more information. They need to do some work on some underground radar or X-ray or something. They need to get all of them up. They shouldn't wait until They shouldn't do it one at a time.
Well, what happened was, they didn't see it until recently. They didn't know about it until recently. In 2019, the one they found was because they were doing construction.
Can you imagine?
Right. You just see a bomb.
We're doing construction and... Oh my goodness. I mean, seriously, if you you're using all kinds of heavy equipment when you're doing construction on train tracks and train stations. Yeah. You're not digging with a spade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's crazy.
That just does,
it's so fascinating. But they did say, there was no chance it would go off, so it must have been, maybe if it's, so old, it can't.
No, even old, I think if it's a live munition, I think that you don't take that chance. And I don't think anybody takes a chance on any munitions that they would consider live, so... But that's just, so I have a feeling there might be more.
Yeah. Well, I think in England, they still find, a bunch of World War II stuff, buried everywhere. Not just World War II, but I think World War I, too, also.
And that's just, war's bad. I'm sorry. I know we don't get political on here, but I'm just going to say war's bad. And think about this. We're talking... all of these years, almost 100 years later. Mm-hmm.
Over 100 years for World War I.
Yes, but for World War II, these munitions that they're finding, which we think are World War II.
Yes, no, they are definitely World War II. There was a very big difference in what they used in World War I versus what they used in World War II.
That's true. I just, to think that, 100 years later, someone could be hurt by this. Mm-hmm. And just that, Yeah. Well, I think we could do better in this world. I think in 2025, we can just be better people. Because we know better. And when you know better, you do better.
You would think.
I'm
not going to say anything else.
I know. I think we know better, and I think we need to learn to do better. Mm-hmm. So, but anyway, one thing I haven't done, I haven't taken the time at a cafe to just sit and read. Mm-hmm. I think because I'm so fascinated by the people walking by. You
have to do that in Paris, though.
Okay, sit and read. So,
that's a very Parisian thing to do.
Yeah, but it's so funny because I'll read anything. Mm-hmm. So I shouldn't say anything. I've even been rereading some things, but yeah, I'll read anything. So whatever good book. Mm-hmm. I don't think I'll be reading it in French. So it would be great though if the two of us go, and I can be reading it in English and you can be reading it in French. Whatever.
My French is not that good.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I think that we do more here than we ever did in the U.S.
Yeah, I was going to say, I just said that, but I was doing my crossword today and I remembered the French word for hat. Without any looking, sometimes I have to check the answers. Okay. And I knew that hat was chapeau. Because it said hat, or a mademoiselle's hat or something like that. And I was like, chapeau. I know that one.
Good. That's good. I know your French teachers would be so proud of you because, you embraced that class 2 semesters and you did good.
I loved French. Yeah. Because I did better as a sophomore. Was I a freshman or a sophomore?
You were a freshman the first time. You took it freshman year and one
So then my
sophomore
sophomore year, I felt really good about it because I did better in that class. I had a higher grade in my French class than the kid who was valedictorian of that senior class.
That senior year, yes.
So I felt pretty good about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had like a 99%.
I think, I wonder why though. Why do we go out more here? Like, okay, so.
Because it's easier.
So guess what's coming up? April's coming up. And so my favorite thing in the world is happening.
Easter?
No.
Oh. Spring?
Half a bar.
Oh.
It's a pop-up bar. Yeah. It pops up around April and they tear it down in October. And I have it for most of the spring, all summer. Mm-hmm. I have the half a bar and it's right on the river and they just string lights up and they have tables and there's the wall around the river that, you know, it's just my favorite thing here. Uh-huh. Outdoor drinking. Wine, coffee, you know.
I mean, I have never gotten anything other than beer from there.
Okay, one time your dad, it was funny because one time we saw the neighbors. Mm-hmm. Our neighbors from Greece were at the half a bar.
Yeah, I remember that.
And the lady had a strawberry mojito, which I had never had, and I thought, oh my gosh, that sounds like everything.
Did you see that? There was a thumbs up that popped up on that creeped me out. That was so weird. I don't know if that's going to show up when I... No.
But that's weird. Okay. So, I don't know. Well, anyway, so she was there, and she had gotten the strawberry mojito, and so it was kind of time for us to get another round for me and your dad. And your dad said, want a strawberry mojito? And I thought, well, yeah.
I remember that. I was
for
there.
a long time. Oh, you were with us?
Yes, I was there.
Okay, I didn't realize that was one of the times you were there. And so I had the strawberry mojito, and I was so happy that I tried something. I've had the Hugo from there.
Okay.
You know, that's a very... I mean, I want to say it's a Swiss drink because it's got that elderberry type drink, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's
I don't know.
I'm just not sure.
If I go to a bar... And it's not a restaurant, like a bar, I only get beer. Like, I don't usually drink, except for that one time in Iceland, and I really regretted it because I had to get on a flight.
Oh.
And I felt so sick because of all the sugar in that cocktail.
Yeah. But it was such a pretty cocktail.
It was so pretty. I promised Jackie that when if I take her to Iceland, we're going to go to that bar so she can try that cocktail.
That bar is right on the water. It's right on the water. Where we sat in that bar, we were overlooking the water, you know, and...
That was a year ago. Exactly a year ago this week,
Yeah, yesterday was a year that we all flew in. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, And it was, that was a beautiful, beautiful cocktail. Mm-hmm. And so,
I asked them for the ingredients. I think I got the ingredients from her.
Yeah, she did mine too.
Yeah.
They're so nice there. Just so super nice. So that was a place I didn't mind going out and about. Mm-hmm. I loved out and about there. Yeah. I love out and about here in Europe. I don't do out and about in the U.S. much.
No, because it's so hard to get anywhere. You can't go drinking.
Hard to get anywhere.
Because
there's no... you have to drive.
Yeah,
and we don't drink and drive.
And, I mean, Iceland is also...
not even a beer.
Yeah, no. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Iceland is also kind of tough because you do have to drive there also.
That's true. That's true. And it's so funny because when we rent a car, your dad will not let me drive. So he's the one that doesn't get to...
To be fair...
Yeah.
He is a better driver than you.
Yes, that is true. I'm not a confident driver. But, you know, do I use that excuse of I'm not a confident driver so I get to drink when we're out? Maybe I'm just using that as an excuse. I'm not a confident driver, so hey, I'll just drink, you drive. Yeah, that's kind of funny, but wow. Yeah, I don't know. You know, I do love sitting here, you know, out on our balcony.
Yeah.
When it's nice weather. Because I keep the lights up year round.
Yeah. On Sunday, I sat out on the balcony drinking a beer, listening to the Rolling Stones. And that was amazing. No one was asking me to do anything. I just got to sit there
I saw that
by
on your
myself.
Insta story.
Uh-huh.
Very nice.
You didn't get too mad about me putting my feet up on the chair, did you?
No, because that is an outdoor chair.
I had shoes on.
And it's an outdoor chair, and trust me, it's going to get some weather starting tomorrow.
Yeah. I know,
So,
it's going to be cold.
you know,
well, it'll get all that pollen washed off of it, because when I was sitting there,
so.
there was a lot of pollen on it. You can see it.
Oh, it's going to get worse. And I've already started taking my loratadine twice a day, because I know that it's coming up, and yeah.
Yeah. See, okay, and here's the thing. I don't have to take allergy medication because I don't have outdoor allergies. That one time I just happened to get sick as it was turning spring. And then I took allergy medication for so much when I didn't need to. Like, it doesn't matter what kind of medication it is. You shouldn't take it when you don't need it.
I get that. However, you know, it's funny because I didn't have allergies growing up. I was probably in my late 20s before things started affecting me.
Yeah, so but the next year I didn't do allergy medication and I was fine.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, don't say it's never going to happen to you.
Yeah, but I know,
did
but
not
right
get
now
migraines until after I was probably 21, 22 when I started getting migraines.
Yeah, I started getting them way earlier than
I
that.
had migraines, I mean, once a month for, 30 years. Thank goodness. I still get them once in a while now, maybe 4 times a year. Yeah. But my goodness, 4 times a year is so much better than 12 to 20.
Yeah.
Which is what I was getting, 12 to 20 a year. It was awful.
Usually I get them like every 6 months, but in last May, during finals, I was getting them at least twice a week.
Yeah, sorry.
I was sitting in my room with the lights off with sunglasses on.
You know what? I had so many plans for that week. And I had taken a job about a month ahead of time. I had made all these plans for what we were going to do that week while I was there with you. And then I took a job and had to work.
It doesn't matter because I wasn't even with you guys. Yeah.
On Mother's Day last year.
But I also wasn't with you guys because I was doing all the senior stuff. Because we paid $50 for... See, look, it did it again! You missed it again! Oh my god, you did something that did a thumbs up. And it, like, put a thumbs up on the screen.
That's really bizarre. I don't know what I'm doing.
It's an Apple thing, because it does it on FaceTime, too.
Oh.
So even though this is not, like, the app is not an Apple app.
Yeah.
But it's a Mac, so I don't know. I don't know. That was weird.
Maybe you have to be looking right at the screen and give me a thumbs up.
It did it! You saw that!
Wow. Apple Intelligence.
I don't know
what do you know?
I don't know if that's actually going to show up in the recording, so either this is just going to be... I'm keeping it in no matter what, so even if it's not on the video, it's just going to be really funny.
But then we're also teaching people about Apple Intelligence and how they can look at their screen. And just
I know, but also... You shouldn't buy more Apple right now. Oh my god, it does it again when I had my thumb like this. Okay.
We don't need to know.
Okay. But
well, there's so many more places I need to go. I'm not finished yet with Europe.
Yeah, we have barely gone anywhere in Europe. Yeah. Do you know how big Europe is?
I do. It's so big, and so this spring my goal is get to a lot more cafes. Okay. And so I know next week's supposed to be nice. I think a couple of days next week. I'd love for us to get to Schaffhausen.
Yeah, when it's nice.
And I just want you to know there's a cute little ice cream cart down by the falls if we go to the falls. Yeah, but it was open Sunday.
Well, the
line was crazy long.
Next week on Wednesday.
But one time I got ice cream when I was there.
Next week on Wednesday is when it starts to warm up again. Look, 14 degrees.
Okay, Thursday.
Oh, Thursday. Yeah.
Okay,
whatever.
We can go next Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could go. We have to go early.
Yeah.
Get up early. Try to be on a train by 9 o'clock or so. Because we'll get to go through Zurich.
Yeah, but I was going to run on Thursdays.
Okay, well then...
I guess I could get up earlier.
What's Friday's weather?
I don't know yet. I go on a run... Like, the only days I don't are Monday and Wednesday because I do my other workout.
Yeah.
And that doesn't take
as
long.
What days do you do your other Monday and Wednesday?
Yeah. But I could probably get up even earlier, so I can, or you could make me breakfast. That way, it doesn't take as long for me to get ready in the morning.
That's true, but
you could work on making the breakfast quesadilla again.
Yeah, I do need to perfect that because I made yours and it was perfect.
It was really good.
And then I made mine and it was not.
Well, it probably tasted really good. It just didn't look good.
Quite good. It was so good. Gosh. I did love it. Mm-hmm. Had some fresh strawberries with it, and that was really, really good.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how it looks if it tastes good.
That's true. It did taste good. I was pleased with it. I would do that again. Okay, so what day do I need to make breakfast then next week?
Thursday.
That's
the warm day. It depends. Well, we won't see more of the weather for next week until like later this week, because it only does like 10 days. So.
Well, we could go on the world clock.
Oh, that's true. I could check the weather somewhere else, like on a different website.
I think it's worldclock.com can give me a 14. And also MeteoSwiss or Swiss Meteo. I don't know if it's MeteoSwiss or Swiss Meteo.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure just even weather.com. Weather.com probably even has.
Yeah, that's
a 14-day.
MeteoSwiss. If you go online, you can. Or I don't know if it's like I said. I don't know which one it is. It has a 14-day, so I can look on that.
Yeah,
but it was. So one of my favorite things to do. I guess this is when I'm out and about by myself. Is I like to get pretzel Konig.
You did it again.
Oh, sorry. I like to get pretzel Konig.
Oh, I do not.
And I know you don't, and so I don't do that when I'm with you. I do that when sometimes I'll ask Dad and he'll say yes. A lot of times he says no to that. It just, it's money that he just doesn't think needs to be spent. Because again, he's not crazy about it.
Yeah.
Like me. Well, Mason and I are crazy about it.
He used to love it.
I know.
But the quality's kind of gone down a little bit.
Maybe. I don't know. He sure liked his almond pretzel he got Sunday morning.
Ooh.
Yeah,
well, their sweet pretzels are pretty good.
Sweet pretzels are really, really good. Right now, there's a mandarin one. Oh, so good. And the chocolate one, you just can't be beat.
Yeah, the chocolate one is really good. But that's because those are like soft pretzels. They burn like the other pretzels. They're way too crispy.
Yeah. Okay.
They're impossible for me to eat.
Yeah.
I can't bite things without like the popping.
Yeah.
You can just hear it like.
Yeah.
Just move my jaw and it pops. And the dentist told me nothing was wrong, so.
Yep. You gotta trust them then. You gotta hope that that's right. But, it is what it is.
I wonder if it'll listen. No, it doesn't do anything. I was trying to see if it would show up.
Make the noise. Yeah. But, no. I do like to go to Pretzel Konig, and I'm now back to Pretzel Queen status. I want you guys to know, when I was living in the U.S., I dropped down way, way, way down to Pretzel Princess.
Oh, really? When we first moved here...
And it took me till just now to get back to
When
Pretzel
we
Queen.
first moved to Switzerland, I had like 1,000+ stars on Starbucks because I was saving them for something really good. And then we moved and I couldn't use them and I lost all of them. Because I asked people who were in the U.S. to use my Starbucks card and get themselves free drinks.
Yeah.
People who went to Starbucks like every day, and they know who I'm talking about.
I do hate to lose stuff. I hate to lose status, and I hate to lose points and rewards and stuff like that.
Free drinks. Probably at least 4 free drinks.
Yeah, probably.
Like, good drinks. Not even, like, just black coffee. Like, fancy drinks. Like, $10 drinks at Starbucks you could have gotten for free.
Yeah. I'd be sad that I lost all those points.
So sad.
I was sad I was no longer Pretzel Queen. And it just, like I said, it took me so long to get back to it. And I was having to go, I was having to just go into Solothurn just to go to Pretzel Konig. Mm-hmm. Or ride into Olton just to go to Pretzel Konig and get me my status back.
Yeah.
And if I'm not careful, I'm really close to the edge. If I don't get a couple more before next week, I'm going back down to Pretzel Princess.
Okay.
So I have to go to Pretzel Konig.
Well, you can go, sometime this week when I have to edit.
Yeah. What day would that be?
I don't know. Whatever
Thursday,
day that I
maybe,
have time.
Friday. Yeah, it has to be a day when Dad's working.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must. So, I don't know. I don't know other things that we do that we didn't do in the U.S. I think that I definitely enjoy more time outdoors.
Yeah.
Like I said, just sitting out here on the balcony.
Yeah.
I remember when Mason was here last year for a few months. I mean, almost every evening. Mm-hmm. Even if I had to have the blanket. Mm-hmm. I'd sit out on the balcony because we had the balcony lights on. Mason would play music for me, and I'd just sit there wrapped up in my blanket and enjoying just his company. Just it was just so nice.
Yeah. I wish, because like last year there was plenty of opportunity to like go and do stuff with my friends, and just like no one would go with me, so I didn't do anything because like I didn't want to go by myself. But like we were 45 minutes away from Boston and we went twice.
Here's my wish for you. And we're going to toast to this. Okay. By the way, we are going to drink to this. My wish to you, Brooke, is that you no longer say, I don't want to go by myself.
Well, it's just not in the U.S. In Europe, I'll go places by myself. I'm not going to worry about that. But in the U.S., I didn't want to go to like Boston by myself.
Because I said to your father the other day, I said, you need to start talking to Brooke, and if you want to send Brooke Brooke can go by herself.
I can go
on a trip. So here's to enjoying life as a single person.
I would love to go and do stuff by myself, but I don't have any money.
I get that you don't have any money right now, and so that's what I was saying to Dad. Let's send her somewhere, and just let her enjoy, another European city.
Pay for that? But I mean, like, I would want to go to a city outside of Switzerland because I can.
Yeah, he was looking Sunday. I can't remember where he was looking on Sunday.
Places in Switzerland, I don't mind going with you guys because Switzerland is like an old country. Like, all the people here are old. There's no young people here.
There are young people here, and there's some great ones on TikTok. You got to start finding some of these cute little kids that dance on TikTok. They're just so cute. I know they're not little kids. They're young men, young women, but they're just adorable.
It's really tough because, like, in Switzerland, like, people are friends with their friends from, like, elementary school.
Yeah,
and it's so tough to, like, make friends here. Especially because I haven't really had the opportunity to go do stuff.
Yeah. So hopefully this toast is for this year, this summer to be the summer that you do.
I do want to go to Madrid.
I don't know about that far.
Fairly safe.
But by yourself. That I'd rather you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend to go with. But, I mean, somewhere, that's a border nation, I would rather it be that.
We were talking about me going to Munich because it's a 50-minute flight, and that would not be that expensive.
I can't remember. He was looking at flights. Oh, where was he looking at? He was looking at flights on Sunday. And I don't remember what it was on. I was like, this is a conversation you need to have with Brooke. I said, because if you're serious about it,
But if I were to, like, because I told you about the internships with the UN.
Yeah.
And stuff that I'm really interested in, there are some in Madrid, but they're unpaid.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem.
I know.
Just saying, that's going to be a problem. But let's just, we just keep looking, we just keep trying, and we realize that we're loving life here, and let's just hope that we can stay.
Yeah. I mean, I just want to go to Spain. Like, that's it. It doesn't even have to be Madrid. It could be Barcelona. Or even, like, one of the Basque cities. Yeah. Because Basque country, even though it's, like, inland and it's, like... Well, actually, I don't even think it's inland. I think it's on the Mediterranean, right?
The west...
And it's...
No, the south...
Yeah.
Southeast. I don't know where the coast is. South coast? Southern?
No. Basque country is the north of Spain.
North, okay.
I think. I could be completely wrong.
I really don't know anything about Spain.
I know a little bit because I did some research for looking at like the Spanish teams and stuff.
Yeah.
Because they have some pretty good football teams.
All those football stadiums in that one country.
Man United wants to. Okay, this is not Spain, but Man United is updating their stadium. They're spending $1 billion to upgrade their stadium, and the women's teams are still, like, so insanely underpaid. It's insane. It's crazy.
Okay, this is not an offer to... Here, I'm going to toast to you guys out there who might be listening. If we're going to do that, you need to make this stadium open like the Zurich airport's open, or open like the Hauptbahnhof is open, so we can do shopping, so we can have Christmas markets in the stadium. Because I'm telling you, for just a men's game, there's no sense in that.
Exactly.
There's no sense in that kind of expense.
I don't even know if... Actually, no, I do think Man United has a women's team, but it's crazy. Do you know how much funding goes into Liga F? $8 million. No, 8 million.
Is
8
that
million
for
euros
the whole
for the
every country?
entire league.
Wow.
8 million euros. Do you know how
people
much?
aren't getting paid a whole lot.
Oh, do you know how much the men's players make? I know that Jude Bellingham makes about 20 million a year.
Well, that's just not right.
No. Can you imagine? He's probably, well, I mean, he might be one of the higher paid players in La Liga, but
that's a lot of it.
there's players that are, do you know how much Ronaldo makes a year?
No,
An
but he's so
insane
cute.
amount.
So sorry. He's so cute.
He makes, how much does he make a year?
Well, is he playing?
Yes.
Oh, I thought this was
He
retirement
just,
year.
no, he just turned 40, I think. Okay.
Who did Pepe play for?
A couple different teams.
Oh, okay. I like him.
Well, isn't
He's closer to my age.
Isn't Pepe? No, Pele is dead.
Yeah, he is.
Pepe.
But not too long.
No. Pepe. Yeah, Pepe just retired recently. He was like 44. Okay. Annual value for for Ronaldo's contract, 200 million euros.
Wow.
Yeah.
Almost 3 women's leagues.
Yeah. Crazy.
Well, I don't really feel like that's fair.
No, it's definitely not. I told you that the average men's salary in the UK is 17,000 times more than the average women's salary.
You know, I feel like we're getting into a
I know,
Friday.
I'm sorry. We're getting too much into...
But, you know, I'm probably the one for you to have this conversation with on
I know.
Because somebody that you host that show with does not like to talk about...
gender politics?
Gender politics.
Well,
At
he's going
all.
to have to because the next Football Friday is going to be about women's football.
Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, absolutely not.
Unless you want to host that one with me.
No, I don't want to take that away from him. He really likes that. He really likes that. So I wouldn't do that to him. But I will say, this is one of the last things I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so proud of myself and so proud of you that we do branch out more than we ever did before.
Mm-hmm. Well, I
get it. It's because we don't have to drive.
Too young though when we moved here.
Yeah, but I should have been the kind of mom that took you out to places.
Well, that's true.
And did
I
that
also
stuff
didn't
like that, but
really
I just didn't.
do much.
You know, I was so.
Yeah.
I was terrified to spend money. I was not confident enough to say, hey, Brooke and I want to go get a coffee, or Brooke and I are going to go to the store. I didn't have that kind of confidence. And so I do have regrets about that. But I'm glad we're doing it now. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's so fantastic. I'm looking around and I see our lights coming on the balcony, and I'm just so excited that, you know, it's spring's almost here, and we'll soon be sitting out there. I mean, I know we can't film from out there because
it gets too loud.
We do have it's so funny because it's not we're in a small little village here, but it can get loud around here.
It gets
and
loud.
My goodness, especially during the summer. Mm-hmm. So, and here, and also late spring, or I guess it's early spring when the football season's starting to come to an end, and it's going to get loud.
Yeah. It feels like football season never really comes to an end. It does
seem like it never ends, but...
I mean, it depends. Like, this year, there's the Women's Euros.
Yes.
Which are in Switzerland.
I'm so excited.
And they're not going to be very far away.
I really hope we get to go.
I want to meet some of the players from the teams. I want to meet some of the England women's players.
Yeah.
They're pretty cool. I am a very big fan of Chloe Kelly.
Okay.
But again, I'm talking too much about football. It's not.
You are really bringing that in.
I'm sorry. Okay.
But that's one of the things that you've learned to do and enjoy here. And that definitely has been a European experience for you.
I mean,
and a growth experience in Europe for you.
It's not even that.
Talk about it, you know.
It's not even that. It's just that I've always really loved sports, but never had the opportunity to watch them. Mm-hmm. So now I have the opportunity to watch at least one. Mm-hmm. So I think, because, like, I have always loved it. I just didn't like playing it.
Yeah.
And
well, you know, that's so funny because I love watching skiing, and, you know, I get to watch that every weekend from, like, November to March. here if I'm paying attention, and it's just definitely not something I would do myself.
Well, we went skiing once. I know I didn't like it. I don't know how you liked it.
I fell in the mud. I just,
It hurt my knees. They tell you to turn your feet in. It's gross.
Yeah, so my body wasn't. I wasn't prepared for that. So, but it was still fun. Oh my goodness, we had such a great week with everybody there. It was such a great place that we stayed at, and you're still the baby.
Yeah.
So you were picking these games for us to do in the evenings at that resort, and you just had so much fun the way you laughed, and it was just a lot of fun. We've had some great memories, and I'm looking forward to us making many more. Because we have a great family. So
yeah, I know. I really can't wait for. I was really hoping we'd have. What would be fun is if we had a big house and
Yeah.
I mean, I still want to live on my own, and have them all live in a house together.
Yeah.
And I just be in an apartment by myself. But
yeah, I can see that.
It would still be fun.
Well,
because
that's going to require a job, and so
I know I gotta.
We just know that. And,
but I mean, it's just so tough because there's nothing that I'm qualified for in Switzerland.
Yeah, well, you're qualified to sell sneakers if you find a place that would let you sell sneakers. I mean, I'm just saying.
I don't know anything about sneakers.
I know, but you don't have to.
Okay.
I was saying, like Manor, somewhere like that. Anything to get started.
No, because I don't speak German.
Well, du sprichst ein bisschen Deutsch.
Yeah, but not enough for them.
Ich denke, dein Deutsch ist genug.
Definitely not.
I think it is. I think it is enough. But, it's okay. We just have to build your confidence around that and just do some more.
Yeah. But I also want to have, an adult job.
I understand, and you will, Brooke, but you've got to get experience on your resume first.
But I can't because no one's going to hire me.
You, with that attitude, you're right. But, again, just kind of work on your confidence, work on your language.
I just wish I could do that UN internship.
I do too, and I'm sorry that's not working out. But, unfortunately, we're just going to have to wrap this up. And we really hope that you've enjoyed the conversation.
We'll be back next week with a new bottle of wine and a new topic. If you want to join the conversation, follow us on Instagram and TikTok at WineTogetherPod. And if you don't want to miss out on our regular weekly episodes, along with all our bonus content, you can find us wherever you get your podcasts, as well as subscribing, liking, and commenting on our YouTube, Wine Together Podcast. And maybe one day I'll actually remember that.
We're hoping that you get that memorized.